Hey guys, it's Logan here from CodeBox.ca. Today we're going to do a quick tutorial on tables. Tables are used for organizing data. They're used in navigation systems a lot. They're good for formatting forms, which we'll go over in a later tutorial. They're good for a lot of things, and we'll go over why. So what we're going to do is, this is what we left off with last time. We're going to edit this thing a little bit here. So we're going to get rid of our stuff inside of test div. We're going to get rid of that. And we're also going to get rid of the hover and the active. So now if we refresh, we just have our plain div. It doesn't highlight when we go over it, and that's exactly what we want. So a table is created by using the table tag. We need a table and an end table. So a table, it generally looks like if you look at a schedule where it has Monday, Tuesday up to Sunday on the top, and then like times below those, that's kind of what a table looks like. So what we can do is, first of all, we need the titles. So the titles would be the row on the top that say like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And this, so to create a row of a table, you go tr, and then you have an end tr. So anything inside this will be in the first row, and a row goes horizontally. So a row would be this way. So this first row, we want seven titles Monday to Sunday in the first row of our table. So to make it a header, a title header is called th, title header. And inside this you just type what you want. So we're going to do Monday. We're going to copy this 6 times. We're going to go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whoops, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, so these are all table headers. So our first row in our table is going to be 7 headers Monday through Sunday. So anything after that, we need to make a new row. So let's say we want a row for, I don't know, just a row underneath. So we'll go a new tr, which stands for table row. And instead of headers, we want just data. To make a cell, or like a cell. To make a cell is called TD, which stands for table data. And here we can type in, let's say, 1. So as you can see, it's getting mad at us because we only have 1 TD, but we have 7 columns here. So we need to have, in every table row, we need to have 7 items inside of it. So this will keep getting mad at us until we have 7 things. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now you can see it stops getting mad at us because we have 7 things in each. So we'll show you what this looks like. So we'll save this, refresh. So now we have our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which was our first row, and these are all table headers. And then in our next row we had our number values. We're going to show you how the table is formatted, and we're going to do that by just adding a little border around it. We're going to go th, t, d. So this will create, and we're going to put a border around it. Border. I'm going to show you a quick little tip about borders here, actually, quick. So instead of doing a border width, border style, we're going to do a little quick trip that CSS has. Instead of doing the 3 border style, width, and color, we can do all that in just the border. So we can select a color, black, and then put a space, and then select how wide you want it, 2 pixels, and then select the style, so solid. So this will create a black 2 pixel solid border around any TD and any TH. So if we save this, refresh, you can see we have a border around all of our THs and all of our TDs. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to copy this row. We're going to make another one. We're gonna go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So if we refresh, we should have another row, 8 to 14, which we do. Okay, so let's say that we want all of our columns, which go up and down, to be the same width. What we can do is we can format our THs to be a certain width. So if we go, we can just type TH, or we can go table TH, and we'll set the width to, let's say, I don't know, 100 pixels. If we refresh, now all of our columns are 100 pixels. So if we set this column to 100 pixels, anything under it is going to be the same width. So all we need to do is set our table headers to 100 pixels. We can do a whole bunch of stuff for this. Let's say that we want all of our TDs to be a background color of red. We can do exactly that. TD background color red. We refresh. Only our TDs, not our table headers, only our TDs are red. Let's say if we hover over a table header, it changes colors. So if we go th pseudo class hover and change the background color to green. Now when we hover over our table headers, they turn green, but not our THs. Cool. So another thing we can do, we're going to copy this row. Let's say that we want one of these to span across Saturday and Sunday. So let's say that we want 13, or a number to go for Saturday and Sunday. What we can do is, you remember we always need to have 7 things. So what we do is we get rid of one of these, and we set the TD call span to 2. And this means it'll span across 2 columns. So it'll span across this and this. So if we refresh, we have, oh yeah, we added a new row. So this 13 goes across 2 things. And there's also something called row span. So we could set this to row span equals 2, and it's gonna get mad at us because we don't have another row to go down. So if we copy this, make a new row, and get rid of that, no, we need another one. Oh yeah, and since we aren't going across 2 columns now, we need to put another thing here. Oops. So now it just has to be an even amount of stuff. It'll get mad at you if you don't do it right. So now we have, it goes across 2 rows, not 2 columns. To center this table, we use table. Actually, let's ID this table. So we're going to give this table an ID of my table. So to center this, we go hashtag my table, and we do that margin auto. So if we refresh, our table should be in the center. Another thing we can do is we can set, say we want them to be more square. We can set the TDs to be a height, let's say 60 pixels. So if we refresh, these will all be 60 pixels, but these all stay at whatever the default is. So we can kind of make like a little calendar thing here. Another thing we can do is we can actually put images, or we can put anything inside of a table. So let's say instead of 1, we want to have our image. So let's put in an image source equals images slash logo bg.png. And we need an alt tag, remember. Alt equals table image. And remember that this image is the same one as here. So if we refresh, we have an image inside of this. We will need to set the width to what we had before, so we'll set it down to 100. So now our CodeBox fits inside our Monday cell. We'll also have to change the height. Oops. to, we set it to 60. So now it's the same as all of our other cells. It's a little distorted, but whatever. We can put links, so we could link this. Actually, let's create a navigation now. So let's delete this table, or you guys can keep it if you want to mess around with it. But I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete all of our styling. And we're going to create a brand new table. Actually, we want to create it up here though. So instead of a unordered list, we can do a table. And I'll show you why I prefer to use tables. So we're going to get rid of all these LIs. Okay, so now we just have 3 links here. So if we refresh, we just have 3 little links that doesn't really look like a navigation. But what we can do, let's create a table. And table. And create, all we need is 1 row because we're just doing a simple navigation. NTR. And we don't need headers. We're just going to do TDs, table data. We're going to wrap each of these in a TD. Okay, so now if we refresh, it doesn't look much, but this is in a table now, and we'll show that by, we're going to enable this table nav, because it's going to be our navigation. So if we go hashtag nav, first thing we want to do is center it, so margin, auto. So that's a little bit centered. Okay, so we want to space these out a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go hashtag nav TD. So this will edit all of our TDs for our nav. And we're going to set them to 150 pixels wide. So that spreads them out a little bit. And what we're also going to do is we're going to set a border around them so we can see what's going on. We're going to go 1 pixel black solid, and we're going to get rid of this in a little bit. There we go. And also what we're going to do is we're going to set a hover for this. So do you know how like on a box, when you hover over it, it kind of changes colors for like navigation? We're going to do that. So we go hashtag nav TD hover. We're going to go background color. Let's make it light gray. Actually, let's make it light blue. So now when we hover over these, they turn white blue. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to actually set a background color for this to, I don't know if we use light gray. I don't think we did. No, we did not. So now we have light gray, and we're going to change the text to black. And if you remember, we made an A earlier to make the color white. We're just going to change that to black. And we're going to get rid of our border. Okay, so now we kind of have a little navigation. You guys can mess around with what other colors you want. We'll go into making nicer ones soon. But that's kind of the basic idea of tables. They're used a lot for formatting. We'll be using them a lot when we get into forms and form processing. They're very, very handy there. If you guys have any questions about them, please let me know. There's tons of stuff on tables on W3 Schools. If you need a reference, that's the place to go. Or feel free to email me. And thank you guys for watching.